Binta Nyako said today, for the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of courtesy and respect. She stands recused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC. I don't want to talk about it. Justice Binta Nyako is using her position for personal gain. For personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. And they told them that if they convict me, this is what happens. You can see it. They don't want the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out in Nigeria. That's the problem. Who is that person? Corruption charges. They sent her to my case so they can release or smoothen the pathway for the husband and the son. They are facing. It doesn't matter if they're off it. In a corrupt society, that's what happens. They are very, very corrupt. There is a breach of judicial oath. They have violated the judicial oath. They have shown bias according to Supreme Court. They are biased against me. Supreme Court said so. And that is why what is happening in the judgments and rulings concerning me has been happening. So, disobedience to superior court orders. Supreme Court said you are biased. You are against this man. You should not have revoked his bail. Nigeria went to Kenya and kidnapped him. These things are in the public domain. Why, therefore, are they insisting on trying me? A court order was entered. In that very court order, it was said very clearly and succinctly that she is no more. No. That she is no more going to try me. Why are they insisting? Why are they insisting? I ask. Because they have no case against me. They have no case against me, and they know it.
How do you react to this development?
We'll wait until the court sits, then we'll find out why we're here. Right now, we don't. Yeah, that's correct. We don't believe that. I'm not even sure it's the your lordship that will be presiding today because she has used herself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What happened this morning is uncalled for.
Go ahead.
Actually, what happened this morning is actually uncalled for. You can see how the defendant, Nnamdi Kanu, decided to represent himself. He asked the lawyers with the legal team that we should stop, that he wants to speak, because Nnamdi Kanu is feeling that Nigeria is not fair to him. He's just a human rights activist agitating for self-determination with reasons. And one expected the federal government to address all those reasons that gave rise to this agitation. Of course, we also discover that some other persons that are having this similar issue with Nnamdi Kanu. I'm talking about the offense of terrorism, Showore from the West, the president of Nyeti Allah Kato from the North, Sunday Igboho. Their own has been settled. Why is Nnamdi Kanu still in the detention? And the people are saying that it's because he's an Igbo. Buhari did it because he's the president. Now Tinubu has come from the West. And this is not good for this country in any way. So we feel that there is still a room for them to withdraw these charges and so that we have peace. Of course, you now discover that the Court of Appeal, non-Court of Appeal is sitting in the whole of Southeast. The judges, the federal judges in the Southeast, judges of National Industrial Court, Federal High Court, Court of Appeal, they are not sitting because of the threats given by some persons saying that there is no justice in this country. So you can see how what Nnamdi Kanu is saying. I tried, though as a lawyer, is uncalled for, but I try to see his feelings.
Now, we saw your client use so many unprintable names.
Yes, of course, which I did not consent to. Of course, because what we are, as a lawyer, we have our rules of ethics. And you discover that when we are trying to calm him down, he said that we should sit down and walk away, that we should not represent him again. So he decided, so he's not a lawyer. So, and I think the judge and the federal government understand, because many people have applied to the federal government, they are many other persons have applied, has begged the federal government, please use political means to resolve this particular matter, releasing Nnamdi Kanu so that we have a peace. So, and now the judge on the issue of the judge recusing herself, there is a subsisting court order. That's what Nnamdi Kanu said. And what one expected the judge to first of all set aside that order. I don't say you give the order, you have the right to set aside the order. And even that to set aside the order, it will have now give way for you to have jurisdiction into the matter. Thank you and God bless you.
So does it mean now you no longer represent him?
Except he called us and asked us to continue. From what is in the court now, he has, maybe because of today's proceedings, are you going to say, because I have a letter he gave me, and that letter has not been withdrawn. So if he wrote to me and asked me, I will withdraw.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Your name or
Maxwell Opera is my name. A member of the
How do you react to today's proceedings? We've seen that the case could not even go on as planned, and now she has adjourned the case sine die. What's the way forward?
Well, there's no way this case could have gone on anywhere, because in the first place, the court had lost jurisdiction to sit over this case since September last year. So we came here today on a limited appearance. We appeared under protest out of utmost respect for the judge and for the court, to listen to the court as to the reasons why we were invited before the same court that was recused in September last year. Nigerian public needs to understand the nature of a recusal. A recusal comes as a court order, and even non-lawyers are aware that once an order of court is made, the only way you can set it aside is to take it on appeal. Nobody appealed this order. The order is extant and subsisting, is still valid, and we were invited today to be informed about some memo from the chief judge that we don't even have a copy of the memo. So our submission on the record is that the court stands recused until that order is set aside.
Now, sir, the judge, Justice Peter Nyako, has adjourned this case sine die. What is the implication for your client?
Well, sine die is a word of art for indefinite adjournment. So she had no business, the court, like I said before, even having the case before her today. So adjourning it, sine die or not, really, it doesn't apply. But remember that we had requested this adjournment sine die last year, but it wasn't granted.
So
but now, well, it's up to the judiciary and the federal government. We are not the prosecutor, we are the defense. You throw the ball to us and we catch the ball. We cannot reinstitute the case. Let them do the right thing. Our client recused the judge, and the judge consented to the recusal through a court order. So we await the day that this case will be recalendared before a new judge to try it. We're not afraid of trial, but we're afraid of injustice.
And aren't you scared that it might come back to her again? What if it's brought back to her?
Well, under the Constitution, it shall be resisted. It will be unconstitutional to have the same judge who stands recused to recalendar the same case and try it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh.
Hello guys, yeah, so that's the situation on ground. That's what is happening, and as we can see, this whole thing, to be honest, is something that they should resolve with a political solution, like the other lawyer said. Because all this law, if it's a matter of just following the law, Nnamdi Kanu will not be in detention. So we cannot deceive ourselves that it's all about the court or the judge, or we know it is deeper than that. They should look for a political solution. He's not the first person to be a leader of an agitating movement or a movement for self-determination, you know. And if you're going to be arresting people that are agitating to leave, you're going to arrest a lot of people, because this thing doesn't stop with him. After, when he was detained, there was Simon Ekpa. Even Simon Ekpa, with the situation he's facing in Finland, there's also another person that has replaced him. And because it is an ideology, it is something that there's not just an ideology, it's something that the people of those region, or of that region, that is something that they want. If you can't say maybe all of them, but that is what is on ground. Let's say many, even if you don't want to say most, you say many of the people there, that's what they want. So unless the government is ready to detain or arrest more than half of the population of those regions, there are also people agitating in the southwest. There are also people agitating in the north. So why is this one different? Why don't you look for a political solution for this thing? Because that's the only way. It's not about all this thing they are doing is just games. Say Justice Nyako saying that that she doesn't want to handle it, and they brought it back to her. Something. These are all games. If it was about following the law, will the man be there right now? How many times have they issued a directive, or is it a judgment in his favor? Was it followed? So those are the questions. So the best thing is that they can do is bring these people to the table, bring this man to the table, discuss what are the issues, the main issues that is even leading to the agitation in the first place. Then you talk about those issues. You, as a government or as a federal government, you tell them this and this is what we can do for you guys. This and this is what we can do. Then you negotiate. That's how we done most part of the world. They negotiate with people. You're not negotiating with terrorists. You're negotiating with people that are pursuing self-determination. They are from those places that they want to exist. So those are indigenes of those places. These are not people that have just come and take the land and say, okay, we have taken this land and you can't do anything about it. These are people from those areas, and they are saying they don't want to be there. So, and there are issues that must have led them to that point. So as a government, as a government with the mind of, that want the well-being of the whole nation, you have to now discuss issues. Every form of injustices that people are going through, they need to be addressed. So political solution is the best way, and we're just hoping that the president, Bola Tinubu, will be able to look into this thing and just look at it in a political solution. Because all this thing, if it was about law, we know that it's not going to be where it is right now. So guys, please like, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you next time.